Hello and welcome back to FailRace versus Community. We've got a couple more races with our Ford Focus RS in C-Class. This first race is going to be at the Nürburgring Sprint Circuit, starting in P8. Got the inside, let's see if we can get to the inside of Alex. So we've got Ninetails trying to look to our inside as well. This is getting a little bit sketchy already as we head into the tight turn 1 of the Nürburgring. Also, I mentioned replays will be back for the next race. Unfortunately, this one didn't save. Looks like we're 3 wide as we head to this long left-hander through the stadium section. As we've got a couple of cars on our inside holding us wide, we'll lose positions to Ninetails and Glisker. Trying to hold it with the inside of this tight right-hander, exiting the stadium section now. Looks like we've held on to P8. We'll go defensive as we head down to the cut 3 hairpin. Trying to hold off the cars. Can see car trying to get to our inside. Someone holding it around the outside. There's too many cars to try and keep track of. As you can see with the proximity arrows, it's just too many. We've got someone on our outside. That looks like it's going to be Alex trying to hold around the outside for the right-hander as we head on to the back straight. He's got a great run and he's got pulled just in front of us. We've got the run, we've got the acceleration. We're going to try and get to the inside of the little kink, but just lift out of it to be safe. Don't want to spin Alex with bumper-to-bumper contact. Have a little look and think about diving to the inside of the chicane. Alex a little bit deep, cutting the second part of the chicane a little cheekily. We'll have a little bit of a run to the final corner, but we're not quite close enough to make a move. Wonder if we can use our straight line speed down the main straight, but look at the gap. Alex pulls just on the exit of the final corner. Glisker now having a little bit of an attack, as you can see in the bottom right in the wing mirror. Is in the slipstream, actually has a bit of a run. We'll hold our racing line. Let Glisker have a look to the inside as he sends it in there. Sorry, she sends it in there. Into the long left-hander now. Glisker on the outside going for a cutback. We'll hold tight on the exit to cover it off. As we head into the tight left and right once again, Glisker just has grip, goes to the left-hand side, will stick to the outside. Meanwhile, Horde goes for a cutback, manages to get to the inside of both of us, and Glisker is able to hold it round the outside as we head to the cut 3 once more. Both of them just running a little bit wide, try and get to the inside, not quite far enough down the inside. Let's go hold us up and allow Ewan to get to our left-hand side. Ewan throws it down the inside of the left-hander, squeezes us to the outside, but has another car on his inside. And that holds us tight to the right-hander. Speed Beast will run round our outside as we've fallen down to 14th. Difficult start to this race, just getting pushed out of line and having to give up positions essentially. We have a look to the inside of chicane, throw up the inside of Speed Beast. Through first part, Speed Beast slightly cutting the second part of the chicane once again, just like Alex last lap. Trying to hold the position. We're going to try and hold it around the outside. Shadow's going to have a look on our inside. Hopefully we have straight line speed here to stay in front. We've got to run. Speed Beast is going to hold defensive, trying to pick up a little bit of slipstream from Ewan. But we're going to hold the outside into the hairpin of turn 1. Speed Beast though has the grip on the inside to pull in front. Shadow now is going to try and follow. Speed Beast 3 isn't quite able to. He's going to try and cut back through the left-hander, try and cover it off, but Shadow finds the space as we go a little bit adventuring on the outside of the left-hander in front. Shadow with the inside, able to make that move stick. Car guy now trying to get past as well. Is able to hold it round the outside, but we'll have the inside for the pass through here. Though if car guy holds it around the outside, we try and squeeze him a little bit on the exit. But they're going to have the inside for this left-hander, and ultimately we're just going to have to sit back in line, falling down to P16 now as we've got Coffee behind us. Through the right-hander now. got a bit of a fight up ahead. As you can see, it looks like Chris struggling for straight line speed in this group. Has the overall lap pace, but with that lack of straight line speed, struggling to race people. Bit of chicane cutting going on once more. But as we head now nearly sort of 3 wide, it looks like we think by the inside, think better of it. So it's 2 by 2 through the hairpin. Chris is able to pull in front. As we head on to start finish straight, we're side by side with Car Guy. Out of the slipstream though, Shadow using the slipstream from Chris to just stay in front of us. We think about move to the inside. Shadow goes defensive though, maybe thinking about move on Chris. Wasn't able to get that done with that slightly compromising us. Car Guy goes round our outside once again. As we now try and tuck back in to stop Speed Beast from getting through. Speed Beast aggressively gets to our inside, gives us a little nudge. We'll just carry the speed round the outside like Speed Beast did a few laps ago. Through the tight right-hander now. Still in 16th, Coffee behind us. As we go trying to hold on, we cut forward to the end of this lap as we're able to put a little bit of a gap on Coffee. Let's try and stay close enough to Speed Beast, who just runs wide onto the gravel, loses all momentum coming onto the start finish straight, and that will be a free position for us back up into 15th. And with that now, we will cut to the final lap. Speed Beast closing in on us again. Through this tight section, we just don't have the grip. We were able to hold on for a couple of laps, but come the final lap now, we're struggling a bit. Speed Beast gets the cutback as go of the inside as we come to the pass through here. Holds us out on the outside. I'm trying to cut back in line, make sure we don't lose another position to Coffee behind. Speed Beast holding us wide. Luckily, Coffee wasn't close enough to take advantage. But we still have this main straight to go. Coffee getting close, little nudge on the bumper. Tries to get into the inside, but doesn't have the acceleration onto the straight to get past us. As we close back in, Speed Beast can see they're 3 wide up ahead. Fortunately, they're too far ahead of us for us to matter about. Through the chicane now, Speed Beast gets caught up on the curb a little bit wide through the second part, and we will get through on the apex. Back up into 15th, and we'll hold in 15th through the final corner. Speed Beast looks to the outside, but won't have the acceleration on the exit to pass. So for the first race, it will be P15 for us. A little bit disappointing compared to the previous races. Getting unlucky on lap 1 to sort of just get squeezed out quite a bit. But now we will head to the second race, which will be at Hockenheim, starting even further back this time. But let's see what we can do, starting 16th this time. But as we know from last week, this is also the best opportunity for us to finish, make up places, to finish off higher than where we started. As we go through turn 1, it's big carnage. We haven't had a great run to turn 1, but we're going to gain a couple of places. Considering replay 3 wide, a lot of nudging as we head down to the right-hander. That makes up the short circuit of Hockenheim. Chris trying to use that grip, trying to get in front, but as we know, struggles with straight line speed. We'll just pull back in front as we head into this quick left-hander. As we get back onto the drag strip for the main circuit. Heading towards the stadium section now. Chris trying to get to the inside, just doesn't have the acceleration to hold it side by side. We'll defend into the hairpin of the stadium section. As you can see, a lot of battling going on up ahead. Chris trying to go for the cutback, but we cover it off once again. There's a lot of pressure from Chris here. You can see all side by side battling, backing people up. We run a little bit wide as Chris going around our outside. It isn't quite able to do so, as then Chris gets past as we head on to start finish straight. Now into turn 1, everyone lot of people starting to fall into single file now. As you can see, Ninetales looking to the inside for a move on Shadow up in front. We're going to try and... We don't have the grip to follow through, but we'll see if we have enough straight line speed to do anything as we head down the sort of back straight of the short circuit into the fast left-hander. A lot of cars in a train here, backing each other up. We think about moving Ninetales a little bit wide, leaving us space in case we did have a look, but unfortunately we just don't have the grip. A little bit of contact behind as they're now side by side again as we head through the stadium section once more. This is a big pack of cars. Unfortunately, with our lack of grip, we're just struggling to make a move work. There's an opportunity maybe here down the inside. We think about it, but not able to get there. Chris getting shuffled out on the outside once more behind us. But now in 14th, up a couple of positions from where we started. And still up one place from where we finished last race, so hopefully we can maybe try and hold on to this position. Maybe try and get in front of someone else from the fighting. You can see still a lot of fighting, a lot of side-by-side action in this early phase of the race. We've got run now on Shadow. We're in the slipstream. Think about, do we go to the left? Do we go... Think about it, decide to back out through this quick left-hander. As you can see, a couple of cars maybe getting on the grass. Maybe think about throwing it up the inside, but we've got another car out wide. It's Stevie. Got to try and get to his inside, which we do as we enter the stadium section. Not quite able to... Alright, we are able to pull in front. Chris follows us through now. As we get up into P13, a little bit wide. We're just holding Chris up now. Chris with all the grip in the world, but nowhere to go with it. Stuck behind us as we head through the final couple of corners to mark the one-third distance of the race. Fending off from Chris again, a little bit of a gap now in front of us through turn one. Of course, sliding and bouncing around a little bit on that outside curb. Chris closing in on the corners once more. As you can see, this pack of cars, we have dropped back away from it slightly, but they're starting to fight again, especially at the back as Shadow gets past Speed Slap. Allowing us to close in ever so slightly, but Chris putting on a lot of pressure. A little tap on the outside wall from us. Chris just putting on a lot of pressure, but isn't able to do anything with that grip. He'll look to the outside of the hairpin, cuts back for a cutback, but we hold the tight line as tight as we can. And that's maybe going to get Chris past as Stevie has a look to get through. As you can see, we've closed up slightly to this pack, sliding a little bit wide through the final corner. Chris is just going to get to our inside, but won't have the acceleration to do anything with it down the start-finish straight. As they're now side by side into turn one in front. This could be our upward shindy, running a little bit wide on the curb. Chris close enough, looking to the inside, is going to try and send it. We get caught up behind Speed Slap a little bit. So Chris down the inside now, but will we be able to get back through with our speed? Think about the right hand side, duck to the left as Chris closes the door. Now side by side through the quick left-hander. Chris is going to have the grip to hold in front, and that might be move done for Chris. Stevie now trying to follow Chris through on the inside. We'll get that move done for now. We're going to run. Stevie holds defensive to the hairpin, runs a little bit deep. We try and cut back, but we just don't have the grip to make our way back past. So we've dropped now to 15th where we finished last race. So hopefully we can at least hold on to this position with one car behind us. So it can't get much worse than 15th, or 16th, sorry. But we have Speed Slap running wide, maybe assisted into the gravel out of the final corner. That'll give us back up to 14th as we head through the first turn, bouncing a little bit on the outside curb once more. But we're unchallenged from behind this lap. Just trying to stay close enough to Chris, maybe get enough of a run to get back past us. Stevie is now holding Chris up. You can see how much we're gaining on the straight. Into the braking zone, Chris up the inside from Stevie, running wide. Stevie maybe thinking of a cutback, but Chris holds him wide, covers the cutback off. We're going to get to the inside of Stevie through the fast right-hander, but this is holding us up. You can see Gib Gob in the background trying to get to our inside. We'll try and hold around the outside. Stevie just don't have the grip, just about holding the car out of the gravel, but Gib Gob and Speed Slap make their way through, dropping us down to 16th. We'll try and get back up the inside of Speed Slap, being held up by Gib Gob. Speed Slap on the outside for the final couple of corners. We'll have to concede the position. I'll think about maybe getting a good exit onto the start finish straight, but doesn't have the acceleration to make it work. As we mark the 2/3 distance of the race, a little bit of a nudge and a bumper, throwing us a little bit wide from Speed Slap. As we head now, just 2.5 laps to go in the race. A little more than 2.5 laps, I should say. Speed Slap now, the driver putting us under pressure for trying to demote us to the back of this train. As we close up in the braking, maybe a little bit deep and wide. A Speed Slap is going to try and take this opportunity to get to our inside. Is trying to get in front. As we head now to the hairpin, can see the acceleration we have. We're going to hold them to the outside. They're going to try and hold it all the way around though. But they just have to fall back in line at the exit. We slot in front. Cover the inside for the final couple of corners now. Speed Slap just having to follow us through. Tries to get the bar exit tucked to the inside, but doesn't have the acceleration. 2 laps to go now. We're now well and truly falling off the back of this train now. 1.5 seconds to the car in front through turn 1, running a little bit wide over the curbs. Speed Slap with a better run, looks to her inside. Will hold the outside just like they tried to do, but this time we have the acceleration to pull in front. So able to hold on to 15th for now. Head to the end straight. We pull enough of a gap that we're unchallenged into this right-hander. You can see a bit of fighting going on ahead. We're slightly closing back in, but it's going to be difficult to close in enough to take advantage of the battles. Still running a little bit defensive into the hairpin. Speed Slap will try the outside once more, but nearly sticking alongside, just isn't able to be far enough alongside us. We now have cut back up to Gib Gob after fighting with Coffee. As you can see, running wide onto the drag strip, well wide of the apex. As we come on to the final lap now. Just one more lap to try and not hold on to 15th. It'll equal where we finished last race. Hopefully we can finish. Speed Slap though, getting a good exit, pulls alongside, dives to the inside, and nicely slots in between us and Gib Gob. But we know we have good acceleration as we head down this back straight. We're going to look to the outside. We're going to try and be brave as it's final lap. Hold it around the outside. Hold Speed Slap tight to the inside, and you can see them sliding around as they had 2 wheels on the grass. That allows us to get back up into 15th. As we get a bit of a wobble off the outside curb, that allows Speed Slap to get back to the outside. They're going to hold the outside this time, but we just have the acceleration to pull in front through this little chicane. And final couple of corners now. As long as we hold neat and tidy, we should be able to hold on to P15. And through the final corner, Speed Slap looking to the inside, trying to take a little bit of grass to get P15, but it won't be enough in the end. We'll hold on to 2 P15s this time round, starting a little farther back than we did in part 1. More races of defending for us, more good fun racing. But yeah, that will do it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.